Hello everybody, this is Pete from Paw Labs. I haven't put a video out in a day or two now. So here comes a video on what I've been working on. And of course it's the WarGameStudio. Made tremendous headway on this. I'm going to walk you through just some of the changes. Um, on the designer side, it it all looks pretty much the same. I have created now the opponents section to where we have opponents in the game, and there can be more than two, but it preloads two. And then as you create uh, players or nations in the game, you associate them to a opponent. So in this particular game, there's four nations involved. It's Germany, and then the allies are France, Britain, and Belgium. And interestingly, France moves last, is what I've set up. I have a move order for them to move last. So Belgium moves first, then Britain, then France within the Allied move. So I've got the workings ready to have alteration of the map in here now. We have a stencil, and it doesn't show much in a map that's already done. But if you're starting with a blank map, you can get a map from the web and cut it down and blow it up to whatever size that your game is, and then it comes into here, and you use it as a stencil to where you're putting land, so you can get your shapes of countries and borders, what's water and all of that, all in place and looking good. So in addition to this, we can now export everything. There's quite a bit that exports in this one. So it takes a second and it's done. So now we can exit from here. And okay. And then we can come over and host a game. So I've got the hosting screen operational. And once you change over to game player and you're hosting the game, you'll see that the GUI is completely different. I've made all the screens, and the first uh, gadget that goes down in the screen is a canvas gadget, and that a canvas container. That way, the canvas container can be painted, and then I can put the gadgets in there so you have a look and feel the way I want it to be. So here on the hosting screen, he goes and looks at the games that have been exported, both new games and saved games, and he looks up all of the eras that the games are in. So if you have a lot of games, you initially cull the list by new or saved, then you can cull the list by World War I, World War II, or whatever the era is, and get the games that are specific to that. Then you can come down and decide to have Fog of War. Choose your opponent, which side of the game you're going to play, and then launch the game. So I have the server coming up. Let me get that out of our way. And then when I have that running relatively slow so I can watch what happens. And then we have the game player. Now, this is exactly what I wanted it to be. Literally, the entire screen is the map, is the game. And if you need to go somewhere or do something, you can pop it out and go get your information. Like, here's the mini map. this is going to be, these are all going to be used for various other things. And so yeah, that's the gist here. And the this is just coming out beautiful. So I am really liking it. So now I start work on moving units and working toward combat and setting up the turn cycles. I'm gonna have I think it's gonna be 6 or 7 phases to a turn now, since we have all these extra units. We're gonna have a bombing phase in which it's just bombers and fighters that take to the air, and they fight it out, and then you have movement and you have combat. We're going to mix in an artillery, can do an artillery barrage if they are within range of enemy units, and you want them to fire, they can fire. They can, it's one of those things that you can either fire an artillery barrage or have them assist in a combat attack. So the artillery barrage, the attacker can't take any points because you're not next to your opponent. Now, if there's an artillery unit on the other side, he may return the favor. So uh, you got all the different fighters and airstrips and engineers and all of that that have to take place. So there's going to be multiple phases per turn, and then each turn is then divided by opponent and then by nation order. So, or actually, it's really by nation order, and then whoever the opponent is that has that nation. So you could have Belgium move first, Germany second, Britain, and then France. And so you'd have player the allies, then access, then allies, 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 that kind of thing. So why you would do that, I don't really know. But that's how I'm setting this up. So this is the update. She's coming along pretty darn good. I've done. I'm using some neat controls. I downloaded this out there on the from Zapman. He's got a great little message control that supports text and RTF, and I'm going to be using that pretty heavily in the game. So messages won't be a standard message box, kind of pulling it away from Windows quite a bit when you get to the player. The designer is more Windows-like, which is fine. Uh, so that pretty much concludes my update of what I've been doing for the last couple days. And I want to thank y'all for watching.